and welcome to part 2. I didn't realize how much I have to do, but it's all cut out now, all these pajama pants, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to do. I really am excited. I think that this is going to be a great gift. Everyone loves a personalized pair of pajamas, and I'm going to bond these on to shirts for my kids so they have a top to go with them. And I've got this, just a sec. It's called Nash Fuse It Powder. And I went to a sewing show, and the things that she bonded together were amazing. She said, here, there's a hole in pants, and she found some remnant, put it under it, sprinkled this on, and it's like it wasn't even there. It was amazing. I'm gonna try and bond this onto the shirts. She said, like, once you bond it, it's there for life. So we'll see, because my kids are very wear and tear on their pajamas. We'll see how well this works. But I've got some goats for my daughter, and I'll put those on for my littlest. And then my oldest daughter for the pickles. So she'll have a pickle shirt. I've got donuts, pickles, and goats. So I'll fuse those together, get sewing. This shouldn't take me too terribly long. And it's 4 days before Christmas. I'm really cutting it close. Hopefully everything just goes as it should. I've made a dozen of these. This is the very first thing I ever made was pajama pants. So let's go. Pockets are an extra step for pajama pants. You can put your phone, you can put anything in it. Last year, I think I made only one pair of pajama pants with pockets. And this year I'm making all of them with it. It's an added step, but I think it's really quite nice. It just kind of slows me down a little bit because this is a little harder, but once you do a pocket, it's really straightforward. They're pretty easy, so. I just ran over a pin. Okay, so the next step is to press it out. I like to press it flat, seam towards the pocket, not towards the pants, because the next step is understitching. Understitching is something that when I was a new sewer, I would just kind of glance at and be like, understitching, sure. And then I realized how essential it is for it to lay flat. If you don't understitch it, it'll kind of peek out from the side, but understitching really cements it down so that it doesn't puff out the side. Essentially what it's doing is taking the seam and nailing it to the pocket. This is something I used to skip over all the time, and now I don't skip over it at all. I even add it to places. I don't even think about it anymore. I just do it. Don't ever skip understitching. Understitching is essential. And it's just a tiny line that you just put on right next to the seam. It makes all the difference. I've got my understitching done, and now you take the two sides and we sew along the side seam, matching the pocket all the way around. Matching the notch. And matching this side seam right here. This is such a long pinning process. And we've got a pocket. If you open it up, it just sits so nice because of that understitching. Turned out really nice. So the next step is to sew the inseams on the legs. Alright, so there's the inseam. I should use my serger. It would make a really nice clean line and I wouldn't have seams to deal with. Oh well. So I'm going to press the inseam flat so that I can match the crotch line next. So stuck one leg into the other one, then you pin the crotch line. I bought these pins for seams and they actually work really well. They're magic pins, twin pins. They sit in between the seam, so you're getting a perfect match. I like them. Magic Pin has some really cool gadgets. And with this, I always double sew it. What I like to do is just a straight stitch around, and then I'm going to turn it to zigzag. I feel like it grabs more surface area. If it grabs more surface area, it'll hang on tighter. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. I just took off the foot. So I pull one out. There we go. So now it's the waistband, and this is easy, and then the hem, and then we're all done. Oh, I have to put the elastic in the waistband. That's the hardest part probably. Let's go press. So I just said that I'm going to double do the seam, and then I just didn't. So I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's try this again. So there we go. Now I double did it. Now we can move on to the waistband. For the elastic, I've got guides wrapped up in everything else. And I've got adult and a kid. And I've got 4 packages of 3/4 pajama elastic. But we're going to measure and cut each one. And then, I don't know, watch a movie and
guide elastic through a casing.
My idea of good fun. After that, then I sew in the elastic and then they're all done. So I will show you the finished piece after I'm done putting the elastic through the casing, and we'll see how they turn out. So after countless hours, I am finally done with my pajama pants. And not a moment too soon, because tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I leave everything to the last second, and it's a real problem. Here is my son's shirt, the donut shirt, and then the donut pants. I like how it turned out together. My brother-in-law's pants, I think these are great. I'm just so excited for Christmas this year. This is so funny, these fabric choices. This is my husband's. He has an avocado plant. He gets avocado pants. My sister-in-law's, I finally got the extra fabric because I cut out 4 fronts and no backs. And there's a definite difference between the front and back. This is my youngest for her little goat shirt and her little goat pants. So these are cute. And my daughter in her pickle shirt, which the pickles I think turned out really well. I like the shirt. I think it's funny. And then the pants to go with them are also pretty funny. I'm really happy with my selections of fabric. I'm sad I didn't get mine done, but that's how it goes. I always make everyone pajama pants every year, and then I just don't make myself anything. But that's all right. So another Christmas down in the books, and I'm going to start early next year. I tell myself that every year, and it never happens. But I will. I'll remember this. Merry Christmas.